What is going on? How are you today? Gonna wait for a couple more folks to jump on and then we can get into it. I'll answer some of your questions. Happy Friday to everybody that is out there. What is up, John Doe? Let's see. Hey, man. Sam is your man. Hello, Sam. How are you? So I am going to stay on. What time is it? It is 12:47. I'm going to stay on for about 30 minutes. So if you guys have got any questions for me, business related, pressure washing related, just let me know, and I will do my best to answer them and help you out if I can. I'm doing good, Alexis. How are you? Scott Ferguson, what's going on? Hand pink waving. Okay, that was weird. David Watts is able to catch my live. What's going on, David? So, you make my $400 pressure washing comment into a short, and I love that. You thought that was valuable enough. Yeah, man, that was a good one. I make a lot of shorts. So, and anything that I see that's a value to the masses, I'll take, and I will try to condense into a little 30-minute or 30-second clip that hopefully adds some value, maybe make some people laugh. Maybe it's a little snarky, but that's kind of what I do. Even when the comments they come in and it's something that I think is ridiculous, is a stupid comment. There's always a teaching point, and there's always something that can be gained from, kind of diving in and looking to see what the comments are, why they're there, and then expound on them to try to help people out. And I also like to have fun. Do you like lasagna? I love lasagna. Although I'm on a no carb diet, and so I have not been able to partake in lasagna for like 9 months. But one of our friends did make us some eggplant lasagna, and it was absolutely delicious. Delicious. Okay. Let's see. Good afternoon, Edward. How are you? How much did you gross last season? A lot. I grossed a lot. My business is very good. Let's see. Love your shorts. What do you think about the cheap people? I love cheap people. I'm about to put out another short today that's going to really make some people mad. So I'm looking forward to that. And there's no teachable moment in this one. This is just me being funny. I'm a big fan of what you do. I pay attention to a lot of your tips, especially on how to bid. Thank you, Sam. I'm glad that you pay attention to a lot. Not all of them. Not all of them are good, apparently. You just a lot of them. But I appreciate that. I'm glad you watched. Thank you. Pretty much your entire stream are of value, I think. That's great. Thank you. What is your opinion on lasagna? Slen, I know you're obsessed with lasagna, and I think that's a great thing to be focused on. But I'm going to have to ignore your comments. Let's see. What do you think of a flatbed build? I think a flatbed build is cool. I've got mixed feelings on it, which, this is just my opinion and nothing else. When you have a truck, when you've got a skid, even a skid is a little less, falls into this a little bit less than, say, a flatbed, because with a flatbed, you are building everything directly onto the truck, right? Everything is secure down, your water tanks, your machines, absolutely everything is secure in place. But what if the truck goes south, right? What if the engine blows up? What if the transmission goes bad? What if something catastrophic happens and that truck is no longer able to be used on a daily basis? Then you're stuck with a flatbed full of a bunch of stuff that you now have to transplant somewhere else. So you get a lot of downtime. If you're a truck and a trailer setup and the truck goes down, you go rent another truck. Maybe you've got another truck, whatever the case is, and then you're still up and running and able to make money. So that is the only downside of a flatbed. The pros of a flatbed are everything is consolidated in one place, much like a skid. And with a skid, you can pop that off a lot easier than you can, unbolting everything from a flatbed. But a flatbed I think is a great flatbed it can be a great thing too. I mean, you can get in and out of a lot of places a lot easier. As far as, backing in and backing out, it can get a little bit easier. But I think it's six of one, half dozen of the other, to be honest. It's a preference thing. We always do trucks and trailers. We've never even done a skid, but Cody has just come out with a really good looking big ass skid that's got an 8 gallon per minute machine and a lot of things that are going to be something that we're lacking in a lot of the skids that are now available, and which makes it something that I would be more something that I would like to maybe take a look at. So that's my opinion on a flatbed. Can't go wrong. But like Joe Deary, if you guys watch him, Powerful Improvements, he just built a beautiful flatbed. And if you guys aren't following him, go check him out. He has a great channel, great guy. And he's got some good tips for you too. So he just built a beautiful, and he documented the entire thing. So something to look at. Anything on paver sealing? Not really. We do paver sealing on a very rare occasion. It is a nice niche service. There are areas of the country where pavers are everywhere. Down where we live, there's a lot of concrete, so not as many paver driveways. But on occasion, we've done some sealing, we've done some sanding, but it's not something that I actively promote. But if somebody absolutely needs something, then by all means, we would jump in there and give it a quote, because when there are services that we don't specialize in, that means we're not as efficient as people that do. And so that means we're going to be a little bit slower. And if you guys watch the channel, you need to get paid for your time. So with that being said, I'm going to charge more for services that we don't do or we don't want to do, because if we don't get them, that's fine. But if we do, we definitely need to get paid to make up for the efficiency we lack. Interior window cleaning, I'm going to be way more expensive than somebody that specializes in interior window cleaning. So I might price myself out of the market, but if somebody does choose to go with us, then at least I know we're going to be profitable. So that was kind of a long-winded answer. What's up, True Seeker? How are you? What do you think I should have employees do during my Michigan winter? Crazy busy during the summer or the spring? You have a lot of options. You guys can, I don't know, snow plowing, snow removal, Christmas lighting can be something that, can keep some folks busy for, an extended period of time. I'm not up in the north. I'm not up in the Pacific Northwest where we have, where you guys have got limited seasons. I'm down in the South and we work 12 years a month, pretty steady. So I don't always have the best answer for that. But those are some of the things that I know a lot of folks do. Or conversely, charge enough during those, but you're talking about employees, right? Not necessarily revenue and profit. So I don't know. That's a tough one. Is there any significance to your shirt? Well, the significance is Ronald Reagan and George Bush ran for office in 1984. They won. And in my opinion, Reagan was one of the top 2 presidents of all time. So yeah, the significance is I like Reagan. Let's see. And lasagna is good. Thank you, Sam. I have a question, man. Can you post-treat with downstream injector? If so, is better 10% or 12.5%? Well, the higher the strength of your SH, the stronger the solution is that you're applying. However, you will have the downstream injector, basically dilutes it. So you're going to be putting down probably a 1.5-2% solution at the most. And yes, that is more than adequate for post and pre-treating concrete. So that is my answer there. Hey, I'm getting ready to start off with my first business, pressure washing, and have people who want to work for me. So in your opinion, what would be a good pay rate for them? Rich, that's a great question. And that's something you're going to have to kind of figure out on your own. You're just starting off. So are you already in business? Do you have customers? Do you have enough work to justify bringing other people on? Are you ready to eat into your own profit at an early stage just because you have people that want to work for you? And how much to pay them. I don't know where you're at. I don't know what the market rate is. I know that there are guys here that pay employees $10, $12, $13 an hour for being a helper. Lead technicians get a lot more. My lead technicians get significantly more than what the average rate is. And so with that being said, you're going to have to kind of, get into your market and figure out, how much you're willing to pay. And also remember that you get what you pay for. And so if you're going to pay menial wages, you're going to get menial employees. So it took me a long time to learn that. And since I've learned it, I've not had any issues whatsoever. I take that back. There have been issues, but they're easily resolved. Let's see. What values do you value the most? Um, well, honesty, integrity. What is another good one? I don't know. Hard work, dedication. Those are some of the values that I think are important in business, in life, in relationships. We're not always perfect all the time. People make mistakes, people stumble, but we can learn from those. We can get better from those things, and we can move on and be better people. So those are some of the things that I think are important. Hey, I'm getting ready to start off my first. I've read that one. I landed a job at a local high school cleaning gutters. There's 2,100 feet of gutters, and I charge 3,000 to clean them. I'm 17, and I'm starting my own pressure washing as soon as I get this job. Well, good for you, man. That's awesome, and I love it. You're parlaying the earnings from one job into something new, right? So, in theory, that's kind of like multiple revenue streams, and leveraging what you're making wherever you're making it and parlaying that into another business is very, very smart. And at 17, I commend you. So well done. Good work on that. Done. There are 11 buildings in total. This is still John, and they are all full. Do you think I charged enough? Well, that's a lot of buildings. That's a lot of ladders. Hopefully, they are flat roofs so you can walk on them. And if as far as gutter cleaning goes, the correct, I just got a notification. We're going to Jacksonville today for a lacrosse game, and one of the people just said that traffic is horrible through Jacksonville. So that's wonderful. But let's see. I don't know if you charged enough. I quote everything worst case scenario, and hopefully you did too. Did you quote it based on a square foot price? Did you quote it based on how long you think you're going to take it and an hourly rate? Every business is different. So, I don't know what your game plan is there, but let us know after you get done if you charged enough. That's going to be the determining factor, and then you can apply that moving forward so you don't make mistakes. I've made dozens of mistakes quoting over the years. It's part of the learning curve. It's part of being in business. You learn from your mistakes, you adjust, and you move on. And so that's what I recommend for everybody. There is no set pricing guide. There is no set pricing structure. Clearly, we offer some things within 𝗤𝘂cije that allow you to calculate out your hourly rate. It allows you then to kind of convert that number into a square foot price based on your numbers, based on your overhead, using the hourly rate calculator to generate those things for you so you can quote with accuracy and not just to get out there and stay busy, because there's nothing worse than doing a job and not making any money. And that's why it's important to understand the difference between revenue and profit. That's why it's really good and important to understand your own data, your own numbers, so then you can make informed decisions on your pricing structure for your business. So with all that being said, you got to get out there. You got to try it. You got to figure out what you're good at, how quickly you can do these things safely, obviously, but that's how we learn. All right. Any tips on cleaning a storage facility, doing a 100,000 square foot facility next week? Are you guys doing I'm assuming the exterior, right? The tips, fast and efficient, understand the chemicals, utilize your chemicals in a way that make you the most efficient. That goes back to your strength and how much you're applying your surfactants, depending on the surface, how dirty it is. So yeah, I don't really have any specific tips on, how to clean that. That's a big job. That's a good one. Congratulations on that. And best of luck to you. I'd love to hear how it goes. What do you think of the two-way pressure washing nozzle for cleaning gutters? I don't know what that is. If you have to stick with just one marketing method, which would you pick? I would never stick with just one marketing method, and I would suggest that nobody stick with one. You have to cast a broad net to catch the most fish. And by fishing with a fishing pole, you're only going to get one at a time, right? And that's how marketing goes. But what are my favorite marketing tips? And again, it goes back to having short-term and long-term strategies. Both are important and both serve a purpose, and you need both in your business. But my favorite is email marketing, but that takes time because you have to, you have to gather all of those emails. You have to farm emails. You have to harvest emails, and then you can deploy large broadcast, which can bring in a lot of fish. Flyers, door to door, bandit signs. If you're looking for short term, if you're looking for short term, I can't speak. If you are looking for short term gains, quick, easy, those are the things that are going to probably help you the most. But never stick with just one. Just filed my LLC. My question is, do I need to get liability insurance, or will the LLC cover me? No, the LLC is not insurance at all. The LLC protects, it doesn't protect. So the LLC separates your personal assets and your business assets. So if you're out on the job and something, God forbid, goes wrong, they cannot come after your personal stuff. They can go after your business. That's what the LLC does, right? But yes, general liability insurance is something that you're going to want to consider. And if you're going into wanting to get into commercial work, you're probably going to have to be required by many of the people that will hire you to get workers' compensation as well. And I'm getting on the roof to clean them all and using a leaf blower. And I have to bag all the leaves. Yeah. Well, let us know how it goes. Do you suggest renting a trailer to start, or you suck it up and take the tax write-off? I think you do what is best for you. I can't tell you what's best for your scenario or your situation. If you've got the cash on hand to go buy a trailer, I would definitely suggest you do that. But renting is also an option. I mean, people start their businesses different ways. So I think you have to kind of, evaluate your own situation, your own financial situation. I don't like to see people go into debt significantly right at the start of a business, because then you're just digging out from a hole for a long time. And I know a lot of people struggle with putting back into their business, right? It's easy to spend. It's harder to save. So I think that that's something else that I would advise anybody that's watching, is always keep a little bit, take a percentage and put it away for, whatever it is that you need. And I'm not talking about new tires for your truck or whatever the case is. I'm talking about reinvesting in your business. What's a good pay rate for anybody who wanted to work for you? I think you just asked that, Rich. I start my guys off at a very handsome pay rate. I don't really talk about my own personal stuff because it doesn't apply to everybody else. But every market is different too. Yeah, motor went out on my truck. Got to start a one. Yeah, that sucks. Who we got here? Learned a lot from Joe. He is a beast. Yes. I was wondering what pressure washing hose diameter is. Where did you go? Best for optimizing machines GPM. Well, a 3/8 inch high pressure hose is what is standard for pretty much all pressure washers. So that diameter isn't really going to have a whole lot for optimizing your machine's gallons per minute. The things that impact, the length of your hose is going to impact your GPM as it will your pressure. And that goes from your machine to your wand. And it also goes from your water supply to your pressure washer. The longer the hose, the less GPM. You can, for like every 50 foot or 100 foot of hose, supply hose, you can lose like a quarter of your GPM, which is something that's interesting. And that's why, most guys don't like to haul around, wheel around a pressure washer, because then they're using a bunch of hose. So if you consolidate everything on a skid or a truck or a trailer, then you're in a much better place. But 3/8 inch is the standard. The deviations there are the PSI that each hose can take. So, and there are thicker diameter hoses, but for standard residential and most commercial work, 3/8 is what most people are going to use. What's the most money you earned in a day? A lot. What are contractors doing differently this year to pull in more customers, or are you just sticking to what you know best? I think you work with what you know works, continually tweak and work to increase your lead flow. And that means by tweaking the marketing that you're doing, keeping track of your marketing, right? Every customer that calls you, ask them how they found you. Keep note of that. use that data to determine where you're going to spend your money, because that's going to tell you where you should lean into the most with your marketing to generate more lead flow. What would be the best chemical to start with for someone like me starting out? Andrew, that's a question that, what are you cleaning? Are you cleaning houses and there's mildew? Then you use SH. Is it a concrete that's got oil on it? Then you use a degreaser. Is it a wall that's got efflorescence on it? Then you use an efflorescence remover. So every chemical is got a specific use. And so what you're cleaning is going to determine what's best for that particular job. Let's see. I built a skid for the back of my truck and also have a trailer with a system set up, 150 gallon. I need to haul a little bit of water somewhere. That might run 4,000. Yes, I'm about to put out a video on that as far as buffer tanks and what's needed. Does lowering the PSI when cleaning concrete really work? Well, yes, lowering the concrete or your pressure is going to reduce the pressure. Therefore, maybe it's a little bit, less pressure. I don't know if that's what you were asking, but yeah, people will lower the temp or their pressure on the unloader when they're doing concrete. You can also do this with the tip size. I mean, if you're not, I don't know, we don't mess with the everything is optimized for the machine, the surface cleaner, the tips are rated for that pump and that engine. So as long as you've got everything situated, you really shouldn't have to mess with the temperature. I keep saying temperature, with the pressure. Okay. Can you talk more in depth about the chemicals you use? I'm curious. I study this in uni. I've made dozens of videos on all the chemicals that we use. So you can go back and do a little research. Everything I've just hand built over through the years. Yeah, that's awesome. I used to build all my stuff myself too. Can I do pressure washing with one hand? I guess. I've never tried it. It'd be difficult. My pressure washer came with a chemical injector, but it's attached to the pump. But after the pump part, kind of like a downstream, but it's not a downstream injector piece separately. Do you suggest running SH? Well, it's downstream, so no chemical is going to run through your pump. It was designed that way, so you're not running harsh chemicals through pumps, which can have, an impact on the seals. So yeah, I think you're okay there. Or you could plug it and put an inline chemical injector if you wanted. But I think that probably would have some kind of restriction, probably, since it's already in line. And if anybody's out there and they're thinking about buying a pressure washer, do not buy a pressure washer with a built-in chemical injector. What has been your least favorite job? Like my job in my life, or like a pressure washing job? Sodium metacyclala, or SH for wood resto. We don't really get into a lot of wood restoration, but we do have a wood cleaning mastery course that's really in depth. And honestly, when we do wood, for the most part, we are using light pressure. We're using SH. We will use some brighteners on occasion, just product specific to, wood restoration. But that's not something that we niche down on. What was your least favorite job? Okay. Your technicians are employees, not contractors, right? That is correct. Mine are employees. They are W-2 employees. What's up, James? Wow, comment was deleted. Cool. I did not delete any comments. I don't delete comments. What was your least favorite job? You asked that already. Maybe YouTube, though. I just made a gambling addiction joke for not having money. YouTube is sensitive. I don't know. Someone made a gambling joke earlier on one of my videos, and I thought it was funny, and I commented, but I don't delete comments unless they're like super offensive to like a race or a sex or something like that, because my feelings aren't hurt easily. Liability fees and such. Okay. I'm on the island in the Pacific Northwest. There's always stuff to clean. It's downtime so I can fix stuff. Okay. Who's been your dude? Stop asking me about my least favorite job. Let's see. How do you remove pet urine from concrete? Oh, I don't know. A degreaser and SH. That's probably what I would recommend. That's gross. Um, Vinegar and Zep degreaser remover. That sounds good. Vinegar is a good thing. I do it in my backyard with my dogs. Thanks. Um, Chance is full of good information. Thank you. Thanks for all the info again, Mike. My students just got back from recess, so I need to get back. Thank you for what you do because that is a thankless job in a lot of places. I'm 15 and studying business. Do I do insurance? Yes, you do. I don't believe going into that. That's cool. Me neither. I'm here. The legend of pressure washing. Hey, Jeremy, how are you, buddy? What kind of licenses do you have, and do you need experience in that field to obtain a license? There are no licenses in my area required for pressure washing. Obviously, you need a business license, but there is not like a pressure washing license. I know that I think maybe in California they've got some weird stuff, but not really so much here. Um, but I would check with any kind of your local municipality to check in to see if there are anything specific for you. Let's see. How much do you charge for what? Let's see. Hey, Dewey, what's up? Zep is king, baby. Can I use just SH to clean a house safely? Yes, you can. How much do you personally charge for a 1,200 square foot house with a deck in the back? Don't ask me for prices, right? I'm not, you're not my customer. B, my pricing is going to be completely different than everybody else's. Our markets are different. Our overhead is different. Our expectations on profitability are probably different. And so it's a tough thing. And you said a 1,200 square foot house with a deck in the back. How big's the deck? What's the deck made out of? Is the 1,200 square foot house stucco? Is it vinyl? Is it brick? Is it a 2-story? Is it a 1-story? Like there are all kinds of components that I have no idea. So don't ask about pricing, right? There are lots of videos where I go into detail about what you need to understand about your business in order to come up with your own pricing. So I suggest you go and check those out. Let's look. I idle down to reduce PSI. Good point, Dewey. I wouldn't at least use a water. I don't know what that is. What PSI for under 60-day concrete? I would really shy away from concrete that is freshly poured, like as soft as you can possibly go. If you're just like rinsing off the debris, we do a lot of new construction cleaning, which means that the concrete is relatively new. We do not put any pressure whatsoever on it. It is the lightest of sprays, using our soap tip just to gently rinse away any of the post construction, dust and dirt that you know come up there. Okay, what kind of brighteners ideally? For for what? What is the best GPM to start out with? Is a 2.5 GPM good? Save and get something bigger. You're going to regret it if you invest in a 2.5 gallon per minute machine, honestly. I don't even know if there are commercial grade 2.5 gallon per minute machines available. There could be, but like I think a 2.5 gallon per minute machine is something that you go to Lowe's or Home Depot to buy, even a 4 gallon per minute for the most part. And I say that simply because if you're getting into a pressure washing business, right? Going and buying a homeowner's pressure washer is probably not a great idea. They are not built for working 8 hours a day. They are used, a couple times a year for Johnny homeowner to go and clean his driveway or rinse off his house. They're not set up. They're not built. They're not going to last. Plus, they're underpowered, and you're going to regret it. But if that's all you can afford, then by all means, get that, reinvest, and purchase something bigger because eventually, and I say eventually, sooner than later, you're going to want to upgrade because you're going to see how slow and how inefficient that little 2.5 is. Let's see. Mike, what ratio to use on sodium hydroxide if you're going to downstream it to pre-treat oil and grease? We don't use that for grease. We just use dynamite degreaser from Southeast Soft Wash. Okay. Do you think business cards are a good investment? Absolutely. Business cards are super cheap and you should have them with you all the time, especially when you're first starting out. What does one look for when going to test spot on concrete? Are there any signs that it will get damaged or streak other than seeing damage or discoloration? Well, if it's fresh concrete and you put pressure on it, you're going to damage it. Um, I would just be very, very aware that new concrete is susceptible to damage quickly, and that's probably not something that you want to mess with. Can I just thank you for your amazing thank you, Jim Tim. Any advice on how to properly dilute chemicals? Yes, by How to Wash. And How to Wash is a great course. Like a lot of your questions, like I can answer briefly, but I can't go into depth on these. In some of the videos, I do. As do Cody from Southeast Soft Wash, Justin from Forever Self-Employed, and Aaron from the Lean and Mean Academy. But we've also put together How to Wash, which is the number one selling pressure washing and soft washing course in the world. And it goes through absolutely everything that you could possibly need to know to tackle anything on a residential property, from mixing chemicals to how to apply the chemicals, what surfaces these chemicals are going to be applied to, the best methods for cleaning anything, whether it's stucco, whether it's an aggregate concrete, whether it's, hardy board. We also go into like specialty chemicals. You're talking wood cleaning mastery comes for free with How to Wash. And like you also get ECP certified once you're done. So once you complete the course, you get a logo that you can put on your uniforms. You can put it on your truck, all your marketing, your website. And it's just that added layer of professionalism and trust that people understand that you've invested in yourself. You've invested in your business to get the proper training, to do the things right. So you're not going to mess things up. Plus, it makes you way more efficient, which makes you more profitable. And that is what How to Wash was designed to do, to help people understand the best ways to do it without having to go out there and spend countless years even to learn the hard way, right? We've consolidated it all with the 4 best people in the industry to give you guys the best information, from property protection, plant protection. We go in depth. There's a huge section on pro tips, just things that are going to make your life easier when you're out there on the job. It's just a no-brainer. Plus, it's $399, and we always have some sort of special. There's always a promo code for How to Wash. So for less than the cost of one house wash, you are not only going to get ECP certified, but you're going to have the most in-depth training that you could possibly have. You keep it forever. It's yours forever. Like, why would you not want that? And like I said, it's cheap, right? It's cheap. One job pays for it and you keep it forever. But that's it. I'm done selling, right? And if you don't like that I sell, guess what? Unsubscribe, don't watch, hit the little do not recommend button, because I'm a salesman, right? That's what I do. I sell. And if you're not selling, if you're offended that I'm selling, rethink who you are and what you're doing. Because if you're here, you want to learn, right? I'm going to teach you about chemicals. I'm going to teach you about equipment. I'm going to teach you about the best ways to run your business. And that includes selling. So always be selling, right? If you're not selling, you're wrong. Don't get mad for people that sell. So there you go. All right. Here we go. Using a 5.5 gallon per minute pressure washer is the process of building my 12 volt. Saw a video where someone used an X-Jet minus the orifice with the engine idle down to roof wash. Your opinion? Yeah, if it works. I mean, if the roof is really bad, you're going to struggle to get enough strength solution up there. But multiple applications, sure. But your 12 volt is going to be the one to go there. Let's see. With proper plant and landscaping protection. Yes, awesome. Also, in regards with such low PSI, what would be the best way to remove the marks bidding on new construction building in town? Low pressure, man. I don't know what to tell you. I don't want to give any bad information, because like you're dealing with somebody else's property. They're hiring you to do this. If you're not like, I don't know what to tell you. About the concrete, right? All I can tell you is new, fresh concrete will be damaged very quickly with any significant amount of pressure. So use as little pressure as you can possibly get. Get out there and give it a go. You'll figure it out on your own, right? I just caution you, be very, very careful, because I don't want you to have to, pay for a new concrete driveway. That can get expensive. Okay, let's see. Um, Thank you for answering questions. Yep. Just got a big commercial job this morning. Thanks for your guidance, Mike. Do we prioritize this over residential clients or reschedule the residential clients? Hey, Philip, what's up? I'm glad. I thought you guys went out of business, honestly. Um, so yeah, when you've got a big commercial job, um, what I would like, how big and how many days is that going to take? Uh, for everybody, Philip Inglesby right here. This kid went to high school with my oldest son. I think he's a year or two older. He and his friend Cole went into business. Both of these guys worked for me, um, you know, sporadically throughout high school. Both awesome kids, smart. Philip has got the most entrepreneurial spirit that I have ever met, besides maybe Mark, but they kind of partnered up and some other things. But great kids with such drive and determination, so impressive. And they started with a landscape business, and they've moved over into pressure washing. And I couldn't be more proud of you, Philip. And this kid is great. But if you can, maybe do 2 days on the commercial job. If you've got a bunch of residential, try to do them, sporadically through, because I know when you're just starting out, that cash flow is so important. So with that being said, yeah, if you can intersperse some residential there, maybe do residential first thing in the morning, then go to the commercial job. That way your cash flow stays steady, because we all know that, commercial jobs usually take at least 30 days to pay. So that's that. Can you soft wash efficiently a roof with a downstream injector? No, you cannot. You can't get a high enough strength. Not the concentration is not enough. Any promotion for the course? How to wash? Yeah, use promo code 50 free. 50 free. Uh, are there any precautions you take on stamped or colored concrete? Yeah, do a test spot, and I would avoid using a surface cleaner on that. I try to go with chemical first, but definitely you want to utilize a test spot to mitigate any potential damage that you could cause. Just started out only doing driveways to increase capital to upgrade my equipment and jobs I can take. Do I need a water reclaim system at my level, or is it okay? Well, no, I don't. Well, I don't know where you're at. Maybe in some areas there are water reclamation rules. Of course, we have the Clean Water Act of 1970 suck, which is antiquated, it's old, it's stupid, and it doesn't make any sense to me. But I'm also the guy that's wearing a Reagan and Bush shirt, so you kind of know where I stand on that. However, if required, then yes, you should get a water reclamation. I don't know where you're at. Sounds, if you're in California, you probably do. If you're doing like big parking garages and things like that, then you might have to be required to use some sort of reclamation. But if you're just doing residential stuff, probably not. What else do we have? Chance Wilkins video called Chloe Rose for 3 hours. This guy has got a lot to say. A lot. You should start your own channel. The man, okay, let's see. Where else are we? So, all right. What's water reclamation? It catches any kind of wastewater, the runoff, and then you basically put it in a tank, and then you go and dispose of it in somewhere that's safe and friendly to the environment. Would you say yard signs is a good marketing strategy for someone who's just starting out with a budget? Yeah, yard signs are good. I personally think that yard signs are targeting the wrong customers. When I first started out, yard signs were good. We still have them. And my guys will still put them out periodically, but it's not something that we rely on. I think that yard signs, like I said, I've never stopped and looked at a sign for anything and bought anything, right? I'm my target demographic, and I don't look at yard signs as a source of value, right? Like, no, for me, no. The right customers aren't looking for yard signs. A yard sign is good if you're doing the work and you plop it right out front, like that's good. But I've always been a fan of bandit signs. But kind of as times have changed, as the business has evolved, my customer base has changed. I've moved away from them. So Let's see. George, no, don't do that. Like I saw you ask that yesterday, and I don't know what you're trying to accomplish, but if that was a thing, then it would be something that everybody does. And also, I think trying to reinvent the wheel is not the way to go. Stop focusing on the minutia. Stop focusing on things that don't really matter. Focus on the things that are going to move the needle and help your business grow, help you be more profitable. Okay, and figuring out little hacks and cheat codes, that's not going to be the one. Okay, let's see. I wouldn't recommend one-handed pressure washing. Yeah, thanks, dude. This dude talks. Um, have you cleaned any car wash bays? If so, what chemical do you recommend on the white plastic walls? We have not done any concrete, or I'm sorry, any kind of car wash bays, but I can imagine they would be a nightmare simply because people get in there, they clean off, their cars and everything, but then they get in there with like Armor All and other chemicals, which are gonna, make things a little bit more difficult to I don't know, do clean. Let's see. How should I promote my business to commercial customers like gas stations, garages? Get out there and meet people. Get out there, find out who the decision makers are, make contact, stay in front of them. Will there be any changes of pressure washing business this year? I don't know what you mean. Like governmental changes? I don't know. It's about to go start at the. I'm about to go. Hey, good luck on the gutters. I look forward to hearing back. Let's see. All right. So let's see. I'm about to get on. Would you say it is more informative? The WashCon vids that are coming out or how to wash? Well, so these are two completely different things, right? WashCon is a high level. If you're watching and you don't know what WashCon is an event that we put on, the core four: Cody from Southeast Softwash, Aaron from the Lean and Mean Academy, Justin from Forever Self-Employed, and myself. And it is a 2-day event. In we This year we hosted it in Roanoke, Alabama, at Southeast Softwash headquarters. And the first day is a day where each of us get up on stage and we spend a couple hours talking about our areas of expertise. Cody is an equipment guy. He is a safety guy. He is on the ground. He knows that stuff. Aaron is SEO. Aaron is Google. Aaron is websites. He goes really deep into how to rank high fast, how to get the phone ringing through, your search engine optimization and using that side of the business. Justin is the guy when it comes to exposure using social media and running Facebook ads, which can be applied to pretty much any kind of pay-per-click type advertising. And then, of course, my area of expertise is automation, business growth, scalability of your business, hiring, things like that. So we've all got our little specialty, if you will, and we go, we spend an entire day with everybody that comes. In a group setting. And this year we decided we were going to film it. So we brought in a crew and we filmed the entire thing. That is going to be available for sale probably within the next week or two. And then the second day is the VIP day of WashCon, which is not filmed. And that is where we have the VIP roundtable where we sit down with individual guys and we work hard. My dogs are barking outside. That's great. And we focus on their businesses. We get in deep into their businesses, whatever questions it is that they have. That's what we kind of dive into. How to wash is just that. It teaches you how to wash. And I just talked about it, a little bit, so you can go back and see what I was talking about on how to wash, but two separate different things. One is high level business. The other is how to do stuff. So that's my that's my 2 cents. If you're just getting started, I would probably look at how to wash first, and then maybe graduate up to coming to WashCon, doing the VIP, or just getting the online version. So that is my thought there. Thanks for live. You're welcome. What are your thoughts on door-to-door for marketing, budget marketing? Yes, door-to-door. Absolutely. Get out there. Boots on the ground is good. Did you see Mike Andis short? I don't know who Mike Andis is. Mike End is short. I don't know. Tell me what you mean. I don't know what that is. Downstream or XJet while doing heavy stains. XJet is going to allow you to put a little bit heavier concentration on there. What are your thoughts on door-to-door? I said that. Yes, I like door-to-door. Let's see. Do you go out and do jobs, or do you just have your employees do jobs? I don't go out and do jobs. My employees do that. When you do shutters, does that make you nervous? No. Well, I don't know. Maybe if you're talking about wood shutters, maybe. But I don't exactly know. There's a two-way nozzle for pressure washing one, and I might buy it. I've seen videos on YouTube, people using it to clean gutters. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what that is. How much should I quote ballpark or average price, medium-sized gas station? Pressure washer has air in the line even after letting water run through it for a few minutes without machine running. How do I find the culprit? You've got an air leak somewhere, so that's a tough one. But, you know, if you've got air in the line, you've got an air leak, check your fittings first. Make sure there's no, like if you've got plastic fittings, that they're not cracked. Even a slight crack can have an impact. So just do your due diligence and work your way through. Can a normal pressure washer handle that hot water? Yes. Where is WashCon going to be held and when? Go to washconlive.com and you can check out everything there. It's washconlive.com. September 8th and September 9th, I think, are the next dates. And it is in Roanoke, Alabama, which is where Southeast Soft Wash headquarters is. Do you prefer running ads or organic leads more? I've had no luck with ads. Like I said, I do all kinds of marketing. My marketing budget is slowly decreased over the years simply because we've been in business for so long. And because of that, a large percentage of our customer base is repeat business. So I don't have to pay to acquire them. But yeah, ads work if you're doing them right. Wood shutters, just be very careful. I would cover them. Look him up. He made a short responding to what you said in one of your shorts. Yeah, I don't care. If I've never heard of him, that means he's a nobody. I've got lots of people that make videos and try to throw stones, but that's cool. How do you manage your business and The Last of Us shooting at the same time? Great acting. I think y'all get an Emmy this year. Well, I'm looking forward to it. The red carpet event always does scare me, but you know, time management is one of the most important things in every aspect of your business, whether you're filming The Last of Us or you're out here trying to give information to folks on YouTube. But yeah, it's just, you just got to spend time doing the things that need to be done. And, you know, sometimes like this past episode, all I did was lay on the floor and I was stabbed. So I didn't have any lines to memorize. So I was able to, you know, do some more stuff with you guys here on the channel. So, but thank you. I appreciate that. And if nobody gets that, I apologize, but I've been getting that a lot ever since that TV show kind of blew up. Daily people are saying, oh my God, you look like that dude. Okay. Quote IQ is awesome. I'm going to get it for my party rentals business. Okay. Amy, I need you to email me. We need to talk. I want to talk to you. I want to interview you on the channel about how you're going to utilize Quote IQ. And anybody that's using Quote IQ, I would love to talk with you guys. I want to hear your feedback. So just email me support@quoteiq.io and let's meet up, or not meet up, but let's talk, because I would love to hear about people's experiences with it. New contractor here. Brand strength recommendations for a washer below 1K. I don't know, man. Find somebody local. Under 1K is going to be tough to find a contractor grade piece of equipment. Located in Montgomery, Alabama. Is the How to Wash course set up so I can do it at my own pace? Have a full-time job? Yes. When you buy How to Wash, it is yours. It is over 6 hours of amazing content. There's a question and answer section in there as well that's got thousands of questions and thousands of answers from me, from people that have taken the course, and it's yours forever. Okay, let's look. New contractor here located in Montgomery. We said that. Can you buy a ticket to go to WashCon in person and buy a ticket for the web thing at the same time? Yeah. So this year we're going to do 2 VIP days because that was what we sold the most tickets of. And that was, I think, where people got the most value. So with that being said, if you buy a VIP ticket, you automatically get the online version for free. So every VIP person gets a copy of the online version. But yeah, you can go to the website and you can get your ticket now. Any reason to use something other than SH to clean playground equipment? No. All about pressure washing. Does wash advanced info, acid mixing, ratios, i.e. muriatic acid, hydrofluoric acid. We don't go into acid, but there is a tremendous amount of information on tons of specialty chemicals, and the wood cleaning mastery course goes really in depth into a lot of specialty chemicals as well. All right. Are billboard ads effective as big as it is trying to reach more customers? You know, I've run billboards in the past and I've had limited success, but I think with today's digital billboards, they're more cost effective, and maybe it is something to look into. I've personally not done that just because I've not needed to, but you know, try it, and if it works, that's great. If it doesn't, learning experience, and you know, to focus your marketing dollars elsewhere. So, you know, I think you should always have a multi-pronged approach, and don't be scared to get out there and try new things. As a 13-year-old with pressure washer, 1.2 gallon per minute, do you recommend car washing? Sounds like a good plan, man, because pressure washer like that is not going to do a whole lot of much for anybody else. Let's see. All right. Okay. Well, I am just getting notified that I need to hop on a call with our developer for 𝗤𝘂𝗓 right now. Let's see. Pushing test flight. Okay. So I am going to hop off. I stayed on just under an hour. What time is it? 1:37. So I can't see if people are liking this or not, but you know, YouTube loves to know whether or not you guys like this. So if you would hit that little thumbs up button for me, help the algorithm, help the channel. And that would be great. If I missed anything, let me know. Have a good day, my G. Thank you, 𝗤𝘂𝗓𝗜𝗓. Starting business and would like to come up with a name for your company that is credible. I don't know what that means. Yeah, a business name is important. I think it's more important to the business owner than it is to the customer. As long as you can, you know, kind of convey what it is that you're doing, then that's really all it takes. I mean, my business is called All American Pressure Cleaning. You know, I don't know, man. Branding is something that is that's very important. So don't take it lightly. You know, you definitely want to put some thought into that. Also, you know, remember your location, things like that. Those are important things to do. So that is it. Again, thank you guys. Any discount code? Yeah, 50 free is a good discount code. You can use that pretty much, I think, on everything on the resource page. And if you're not familiar with the resource page, go to pwcourse.com. And you can see everything that we have to offer. We've got all kinds of marketing assets. We've got some really great things to offer that are going to really help your business out. But you guys, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. If you guys have got any questions, you can leave them in the comments section below, and I will do my best to answer them. And if you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. And that's it. We'll see you next time.